coloring gray hair. Wow, this is important, you guys. Gray hair is unpigmented, obviously white. First, determine the natural level. And the natural level, we already talked about what the level system. And then number 2, determine the percentage of gray. Remember what I told you, the more gray, the more neutral you're going to use, right? Obviously, when you open that hair, you want to know where you are and where you want to go. When you open that hair, if you see 10% of gray, don't even worry about that. But when you see more than 30% of gray, you start worrying about mixing N.
The neutrals, yeah.
Identify contributing pigment. Contributing pigment, what is it? What is it going to do to my hair? What is it going to do to my color? Obviously, when we go from brown, 5 and under is going to carry red. So how can I neutralize that red as much as possible? That's where you want to go, right? So if you are not worrying about gray too much, then you're going to combine N. Let's say Clairol is the mixture is equal parts. So let's talk about Clairol, equal parts. And when you, let's say again, stay on the level 4, you are covering 30% of gray. So you are mixing half an ounce of N, 4N, an ounce and a half of 4A. You want to cover the gray with the N, and you want to color that brown with as little as red as possible. That's what I'm using the ash. See, I'm already doing 2 jobs at once, covering gray and coloring. So that's what you have to remember. The more gray, the more N you're gonna mix. And of course, where you want to go, choose the target shade or shades. Remember the important thing, where you are and where you want to go. Gives you the coloring for relaxed hair, very important, not only relaxed but chemically treated. Whoa, you have to really remember that hair is already very treated. So the more damage to the hair, the more careful you have to be. Maybe even using 10 volume instead of 20. Depends on the hair.
Would the 10 volume cover the gray?
That's a good question. The 10 volume won't cover the gray. But if I'm working with a very fine hair, it will do it. The texture of the hair is important. Okay, we're going to do liquid color permanent. Liquid color permanent is this, and obviously it's mixed equal parts. It can be mixed with 20, 10, 30, or 40 volume, and you have your color palette here, which is the page 14. And again, it's in sections between the neutral, the browns, the golds, the ash, and the reds. The reds on the very end. And this is permanent color. Remember, permanent color has ammonia. And permanent color, it is what it is. Doesn't go out until you cut it out. It's gonna come no matter what. So when someone says, I don't want my color to be more than a week, use a Demi-Permanent or semi-permanent. Why? Because those do not have ammonia. They won't give you the demarcation line. Okay. So permanent color and liquid color is a permanent color. Then we have our cream color, which is permanent too, on page 16. The difference between liquid and cream, always the same question, which one is better? It's the same, but it's a matter of texture. It's a matter of what you want to work with. You want to work with brush and ball, use the cream. You want to work with the bottle, use the liquid. Basically, same idea, same colors almost, same company. And it's the same with Wella. We have our liquid and our gel. It gives you how to use it, obviously equal parts. All the color in Clairol is mixed equal parts. And we go to the cream Demi-Permanent. Demi-Permanent is used for different ways. You can use it as refreshing color, freshen up color. You can use it as a toner. You can use it as mixing gray. To mix gray is fabulous, especially for the male client who don't want to color total solid color, but just want to mix the gray, blend it. I like that look better on a male client. And I don't want to color the whole thing. It looks like a mask, you know. And the hair grows so fast that in a week or two you can notice the regrowth. So mixing or blending the gray, it's a better idea for me for a male client. Obviously, I'm talking about gray, not fun colors. So when you do this for covering gray blending, that means that you're going to use Demi-Permanent. I usually put it in a ball and use my bend brush and just comb or brush the color over the hair. So this is blending the gray. Another use for Demi-Permanent color, you can use it as a toner. After we do this, we can use this as a toner, etc. Or I can use it as a filler. When do you need a filler? You need a filler when you're gonna darken the hair more than 2 levels. If I'm gonna darken my hair tomorrow to my natural level, I'm gonna have to fill it. And why? Because what happens when you paint a wall without priming? It's the same thing with the hair without filler. If you don't prime the wall, the color just comes out in a bundle. The same thing with the hair color. If you don't fill it, the hair will just wash down in the next couple of weeks. Because it's nothing to hold it on. So the filler will do it. And for that you need a Demi-Permanent. How do you make your filler? Well, you determine what color you're going to go. In this case, let's stay with my example of 4, level 4. I'm going to mix 4N, 4G, and 4R. Why? Because I'm putting everything that I took out. What does level 4 have? Red. And it has brown and it has gold. So I'm going to put everything back. So I'm going to mix, let's say my example again. 2 ounces of 4N, few drops of 4R, and few drops of 4G, which is gold and red. I'm going to mix all that together without the developer, just the cream, color by itself. So I'm going to shampoo the hair very lightly, towel dry it, not dripping wet, and I'm going to apply that color only without the developer. And I'm going to put it on that hair, just like any color. And I'm going to leave it on for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I'm going to take the excess again with a towel. And on top of that, no rinsing, no shampooing. On top of that, I'm going to put my regular color, which is level 4, blah, 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 on top of that. Why? Because I did what I could do on the wall. Without that, in 2 weeks, max, I'm going to have blonde hair again. Yep.
Without the developer on the color filler, would the color work, the color would hold?
The color filler is a filler because you want only filling.
So you don't need
The first step. Remember, there are 2 steps to fill that hair. Fill the hair with Demi. It cannot be permanent color because it has ammonia and it's not going to do the job. The color has to be Demi without ammonia. Color only, no developer. Clean hair, shampoo, but not super, super clean. Anyways, apply that on top. 20 minutes after, you apply your regular color over it. Okay.
The timer is done.
Perfect. Let's go shampoo your hair.